Hello, I'm professional car photographer James Mann, and welcome to this How to Photograph Cars special all about panning. The panning shot is one of the three action staples of a portfolio when shooting a magazine feature, alongside car-to-car and cornering. In the old pre-autofocus days, profile panning was the simplest form, but nowadays autofocus is good enough in most situations to follow a car in and out of the pan. Today, we're going to look at long lens panning rather than its little brother with the short lens. First thing to do is to set up your camera. Panning is all about shutter speed, so it's simplest to switch your camera to TV or shutter priority mode. Even if the sun comes out during your pan, the camera will adjust the aperture to suit. On the lens, flip your autofocus and image stabilizer on, making sure it's set to position 2. Position 1 is for camera shake. Position 2 does allow for some movement. Next, set the camera menu to servo autofocus so that it will follow the car, and high-speed motor drive if you have it. Location is also important. Here we're shooting a 1966 Oldsmobile Toronado on an old World War II airfield. There are dozens of these scattered across Britain, and if there's one near you, find out who owns it and ask if you can use it. Otherwise, ideally you need a road with trees or some sort of background on one side to give you the blur, and open space on the other to give you a clear view of the road and let light onto the car. Start out with a shutter speed of 2/50th of a second, and after a couple of passes, view your shots on the back of your camera, zooming in to check the car is sharp. When you're sure that you've got at least one sharp frame at 2/50th, turn the shutter dial down to 1/60th and shoot a few more passes. Then turn down to 1/2/5 and 1/60th, each time checking you have a sharp image at each stage. If it's a bright day like today, you can shoot at 100 ASA or under if your camera allows you to do it, but I generally shoot most panning at 200 ASA. This usually offers enough exposure latitude without compromising the quality of the image, creating too much contrast or a loss of colour saturation, all of which can be affected at the higher ASAs. Now for the lovely Pininfarina designed Fiat 130. This system of gradually reducing shutter speeds should guarantee a sharp image right down to the slower speeds where the magic really happens. Like any technique, it does take plenty of practice to get consistently sharp results at the slower shutter speeds, but when you do get a good panning shot sharper at 60th or a 30th of a second, it just looks amazing.